Welcome back to Top Tens and Facts. Today we're not talking about cars, money, or power. We're talking about something even more dangerous, your tongue. The words that come out of your mouth can make you or destroy you. They can earn you respect or strip you of it. They can open doors or close them forever. And here's the truth. A man who cannot control his words cannot control his life. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked but most powerful rules for men. Control your words, and I'll prove it to you through stories, history, psychology, and real-life examples. Part 1. Why words matter. Think about this. Entire wars have been started because of words. Kings have gone to battle over insults. Countries have collapsed over speeches. Now, shrink that down to your life. A single careless word can get you fired. A single insult can end a relationship. A single promise you didn't keep can ruin your reputation forever. And on the flip side, the right words can inspire loyalty. The right words can close a $1 million deal. The right words can calm a crisis, save a friendship, or even save your life. Words are weapons. Some men sharpen them with precision, others swing them wildly and cut themselves in the process. The men who don't understand this, they end up weak, exposed, and easily manipulated. Part 2. The general who lost it all. Let me tell you a story from history. There was once a brilliant general, undefeated in many battles, admired by his soldiers, feared by his enemies. But he had one flaw, his mouth. He mocked his rivals publicly. He joked about his allies behind their backs. And worst of all, he insulted his own king in private conversations. But here's the thing about words. They travel. One day, those words reached the ears of the king, and just like that, everything ended. He was stripped of rank. His allies abandoned him, and instead of being remembered for his victories, he was remembered for his arrogance. Lesson: you can be talented, you can be skilled, you can spend decades building a reputation, but one careless sentence can erase all of it. Part 3. Modern example. Social media traps. Fast forward to today. How many celebrities, athletes, or politicians have lost millions just because of a tweet, an interview, or a leaked recording? We live in the most dangerous time for words. Your mouth is no longer limited to a room. Every word can be recorded, shared, reposted, amplified, and never deleted. Cancel culture is real. We've seen billionaires lose businesses. We've seen athletes lose contracts. We've seen politicians lose careers. And you? Even if you're not famous, you're one screenshot away from ruining your reputation. One careless rant online, and it could haunt you forever. Part 4. The Everyday Man. But let's bring it closer to home. This isn't just about kings and celebrities. This is about you. At work, maybe you badmouth your boss to a coworker. Guess what? That coworker repeats it. Now your boss knows. At home, maybe you argue with your woman, and in anger, you throw out words you can't take back. No matter how much you apologize, she remembers it. With friends, you gossip about someone behind their back. When it gets around, your credibility is gone. Most men underestimate the weight of words, but once spoken, they can never be undone. Part 5. The Cause. Why men talk too much. So why do men fail here? Ego, They want to prove they're smart. They want the last word. Insecurity. Silence makes them uncomfortable, so they fill it with meaningless talk. Impulse. They react before they think. But here's the truth. The man who talks less is the one everyone listens to. The man who speaks only when necessary is the one who commands respect. The man who talks too much, he's ignored, or worse, mocked. Part 6. The science behind words. Psychologists have studied this. People who talk less and listen more are often perceived as more intelligent, even if they're not. Why? Because silence creates curiosity. When you don't reveal everything, people lean in. When you don't explain yourself endlessly, people assume you know more than you're saying. That's why silence is power. It's not weakness, it's strategy. Part 7. The solution. How to control your words. Here's how to master your tongue. 1. Think before you speak. Ask, does this help me or hurt me? 2. Stop over-explaining. Men who justify every move look weak. 3. Use silence as a weapon. Sometimes no answer is the best answer. 4. Cut gossip. Cut complaining. Both make you look small. 5. Speak with intention. Every word should have weight. Remember, silence cannot be misquoted. Part 8. The Silent Warrior. Let me give you another story. There was a Japanese samurai known not only for his sword skills, but for his silence. While others bragged about victories, he stayed quiet. While others argued, he observed. Because of his silence, his enemies could never predict him. Because of his silence, his allies trusted him. And because of his silence, his legend only grew. He lived by this code. The tongue has no bones, but it can break a man's back. That's the kind of control men need today. Part 9. Why this rule separates boys from men. Boys talk. Men act. Boys overshare. Men move in silence. Boys argue to prove themselves. Men let results speak. Controlling your words is not about being quiet all the time. It's about knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. That balance is where true power lies. Part 10. Final challenge for you. So remember this. Your mouth can be your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. Control your words, and you control your life. Lose control of your tongue, and you lose respect, opportunities, and sometimes everything you've built. From today forward, practice silence. Listen more, speak less. And when you do speak, make sure your words carry weight. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment below. What's one time you said something you regretted? And what did it cost you?